Welcome, ladies and gentlefers, to the Predators Playground as we get to open up this season here at the special event of Howlereen. My name is Marcus Baylor, and to my right is Ryan Eastman. How you doing, my man?
Doing good, doing good. Enjoying the furs out there dressed up in their Halloween costumes. Coming out tonight to help us celebrate the opening game of the 2018-2019 FBA season. How are you doing, Marcus?
I'm actually very excited. We have had quite an interesting off season that really is very exciting. Seeing some crazy moves happening, it just like gets your blood pumping, just waiting to see these players go out and have a fantastic showing.
Or absolutely fall and flounder up here. Now, of course, both teams here tonight, the Santa Ana Spectrums coming in, getting the honor of battling with the Montana Howlers on opening game day. They really didn't make any changes to their roster this offseason, whether it be lack of try or lack of success. However, the Montana Howlers really the biggest change coming in with Albert Middendorf being stolen away from the Arizona Whips.
Well, was it really necessarily stealing away or just them picking up someone else's trash as their treasure? Because as we see from Arizona, deciding not to re-sign him, from what it looks like, if I recall the
I,
correctly.
I believe they made an offer, but it was no. Actually, I don't think they did. I think it was between Winnipeg and Montana.
Yeah. So it's just pretty much. I guess they were just ready to move on from the Big Bear. He is a very established veteran, so he was going to get picked up somewhere. And of course, he ended up on Montana, and I'm sure he's going to have an excellent showing as getting a chance to be debuted as a Howler.
And speaking of Bears, I believe we might see Regina St. Croix starting here tonight. The Polar Bear matching up probably against Tyrese Vaughn. What do you think of the rookie?
Oh, she's going to be in for quite a challenge, considering that Tyrese Vaughn is seen one of the better centers here in this league, and he's established himself very well since he was drafted a couple of years ago, signing back to the Santa Ana roster,
The
obviously.
Santa Ana
But
Montana Howlers.
yeah, Reagan Secroy is going to have a very big test against the Big Otter. It's going to be
First,
very interesting to see how things go between the two.
yeah, I mean, the preseason doesn't really count in terms of play, so this will be the first real test for the rookie here. As for the Santa Ana Spectrums, I don't believe they have any of their rookies near the starting lineup this season.
I Oh, go
I
ahead.
mean,
I'm
I was gonna
sorry.
say, unless you really think that Maloney or Katrina might find their way up into that power forward spot, but that seems odd with Sebastian more than likely locking that down for the whole season based off his performance the past few years.
Oh yeah, I really think that it's going to be hard for Santa Ana to really find for any of the rookies to really find a good spot for them. They might be just relying on more so on the bench minutes for their first year, considering that the Santa Ana Spectrum's roster is pretty much set starting lineup wise. Like if there were a if they would have drafted a shooting guard during the draft, then we probably could have might have seen a change. But it ended up not happening because then the things that happened, which was a little bit surprising considering how many guards was available for Santa Ana.
Yeah, and maybe they were having their. I mean, we know they had their sights on Narkissa at one point, but. Or I believe they had their sights on Narkissa. Is that not correct?
Uh, I believe so. I think they were that was one of the first contracts that they have offered. As you can see, she is not on the roster. She's in
No, the
Albany at the
lemur
moment.
is well off eating strawberries elsewhere here.
Oh yeah, she's like on the other side of the country.
Well, predictions here tonight. Who will come out on top? The Santa Ana Spectrums or the Montana Howlers?
I'm gonna actually go Montana here. Mainly because the fact that now that they have a solidified starter in the small forward position, and I think that Albert John could possibly have a pretty good game tonight. Considering that he has the home crowd on him, he's ready to really prove that he is worth a pretty decent deal since he hasn't gotten it from his original squad in Arizona, and I'm sure that he's ready to go ahead and get some cash.
I'm going to have to go the other way with Santa Ana. While I 100% believe that Montana has the better two-guard set with Rananue and Krista Rinstill compared to the Santa Ana Spectrums with their suspect shooting guard, Santa Ana has the far better post players in this matchup here, like say with Tyrese Vaughn and Sebastian. Clearly going to be able to hold down the post unless the three-pointers rain down for Montana. I don't think they stand much of a chance here tonight.
All right.
And I think the players are getting ready to head onto the floor.
Oh, shit. Alrighty then. As we see from the starting lineups here, we get to see some star studs in Audie and Ren getting ready to get this game going.
Here we go.
All right, and we get the tip-off, and Santa Ana gets the rock first as we see Aquino, the shooting guard, going along the three-point line, getting a quick screen from Sebastian. Right now we get to see a quick pass to Lee. Lee has to do something with it. Going for the long two, and hits the side of the rim as Renstill gets the rebound. Renstill passes over to Granite, and a huge block there from Seba. A little bit of a rarity from the Big Bird, but considering the height and the one flap roll, he was able to get that block really easily. And right now we get to see Minnendorf passing it over to Ren. Ren going into the paint with a nice little floater as it hits the back of the rim. All right, now Audie heading it over to the Gator. And passing it right straight to St. Croix, the rookie. And right now, Krista Renstill making it work with a nice little Euro step. So right now, and Jin Sung able to get an answer in the paint as Santa Ana's finally back up the board. Montana's up by 2, 4-2. Yep, and right now, and that was from AJ Minnendorf, something that he's not very used to. But it's good that he's extending his game, and we get to see a foul there from the rookie, Regan St. Croix. Right now. And then right now, Tyrese going deep into the post for some reason. He passes it over to Seba. Still pulling it back for a nice 15-footer. Cutting the deficit back down to 3. All right, now they're playing along three-point line, and he passes over to Rinstill. Rinstill getting a nice screen by St. Croix, but not able to get the bucket. Right now, Audie trying to make some moves on Ren. Audie passing over to Cassie. As Agun goes for the 3. And right now, both teams are doing very well shooting-wise. As St. Croix passes over to Anyway for 3. Anything you can do, I can do better. Right now, Montana's up by 3 as Tyrese gets fed, but not be able to make it. Great defense there by St. Croix. As Grandin laying it up, but not be able to make it. So going to line for 2. It's going to be the first on Seba.
Shooting 2.
Yeah, that is a good point, considering the fact that Arizona still didn't have one of the greatest lineups these past couple of years, as we get to see the second one being made. It's 12-7. Montana leading by 5. As against Pacific, trying to make some moves. Audie trying to fight away into the paint, going for a fadeaway, not being able to make it, but Tyrese cleans it up. And right now, Sanqua passing over to Inoue. Getting guarded. And some good defense there by Killian. As we get to see a quick foul there by LaShawn Grandin, and we get to see Sebastian go for 2 more. He tried to get the deficit down to 1. And here we see Seba going for the first. He's able to rattle in on. And it's not much of a surprise as Sebas makes the second one. The charity stripe is very important in some of these games, especially if it comes in close. You're going to have to put in those clutch free throws by the end. As LaShawn passing over to Ren. Ren going over to St. Croix. St. Croix going for a fadeaway, and she's able to make it. So right now, she's really taking advantage of Tyrese when it comes to the mid-range jumpers. Right now, oh. And we get to see Ren going for 3, not being able to make it, but Saquon with the offensive rebound, cleaning it up. That's what you want to see from your rookie center. Right now getting a screen from Tyree as Audie is able to go ahead and throw it up in there. Seemed like he stumbled a little bit. Right now LaShawn passing over to Renstill. Renstill finding her way to weasel in past the defense as she lays it in for an easy 2. Montana's up by 5. Right now, Audie shooting it up, but no good. But Tyrese, once again, rolling it up. Tyrese using his body quite a lot on the rookie. Yeah, right now it seems to be an offensive frenzy for both sides within the paint. And right now we get to see Lynn going over to Vaughn. Zangun has the rock. And right now, Adi has to do something. If he goes for another fadeaway, not being able to get it in. He probably should have passed it much earlier, try to get something going. But Adi tried to get the quick hands in, but AJ Miniter was able to find its way into his paws, and he lays it in. And Tyrese was able to go ahead and have a little fadeaway jumper of his own. So he has a total of 6 points right now out of Santa Ana 17. That's Ren. As getting double teamed right here, but not able to get the basket as it hits the side of the backboard. It's okay. we've been here long enough and we still struggle, so it's an expectation from us. Yep, timeout by the Spectrums as they're able to regroup, probably get the second unit in there, and have some minutes for them. And right now we get to see Ashbury. This is his, I believe this is his 4th year in the FBA, if I recall correctly. He passes it over to Inuin. And there's Ren. Going over for a nice fadeaway for the 3, and it's good! All right, now Vendella, who had a really good rookie year as a backup center to Adi, as she tries to lay it up, and it's in! Yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, hey, it happens, okay? It's been a minute. You're still trying. Give me some slack now. And we get to see Ren not be able to make the 3. Some good defense from Santa Ana. As Vendella making a nice 3. And right now, Barnagy passing it over to St. Croix. And anyway, going for 3 one more time. Not being able to make it as Duvall gets the board. Now we get to see a pass back over to Vendella. Vendella going over to Duvall. The passes between the point guard and the center as Duvall going for a nice jumper, excuse me, as they take the lead 29-28. The first lead here for Santa Ana. Yep, and right now we get to see one of the rookies here, Katrina, bringing it up as he passes over to Black. Black loses the ball though, but Vendella picks it up, not able to. I mean, she had to rush in, realizing the ball was loose, so she had to do something. Yeah, right now we get to see Ren getting a screen from Freddie as she makes the 3. No good, though. But Barnagy gets the board, and Dawson with the 3. This time, no good. Porter with the rebound. It's Katrina. Katrina's been bringing up a lot of the ball up quite often now, as Porter has the rock. Porter trying to find some open space as he tries to go for a tough shot there. Then he's able to make it, tying up the game 31 apiece. And yeah, right now that pace is picking up at faster and faster as time goes on, as Porter has the ball. Porter's trying to find a way to get a man open. He passes it over to Vendella. Vendella for 3, and it's good. And Vendella already 8 points within the first quarter. St. Croix. Taking the sign, passes over to Ren. Ren got a nice lane, and he lays it in. You cannot let him get away like that. Right now, Porter. Taking his time to pass. Yeah, but now right now we can see Ren bringing it up. Got 20 seconds left of the first quarter. As Ren just tried to bring it up, and he just lays it in. He just went into the paint and just floated up like you cannot touch this. It's scary. It's Vandella going for, I believe that was a long 2, and it was. Ooh. Yeah, it would have been crazy. Yeah, it would have been crazy if he had made it. But yeah. But it would have been crazy, but after the end of 1, it's Montana leading by 1. 37-36. What a wild game right now. Very high scoring. Yeah, but right now we get to see Christian, who tries to lay it up, but gets just denied straight up. I believe that was Maloney. Yeah, by a rookie, too. That was... Yeah, that's not something you really want to see, but... It was a great block by Maloney.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shot.
Yeah. And plus, this is the first game. The first real experience here is Varnage not being able to make the first. And right now we get to see Varnage. See if he can make the second one. And it's good. So it extends the lead to 2 for Montana. As Vandella gets to bring it up. The bun, passing it over to Maloney. Maloney back over to... A nice little dunk there from Vandella. She's showing a little bit of hops right now. 12 points right now. Very hot start. See a nice little screen there. He passes it over to Varnage. Varnage going over to Caro. Lowenthal. Oh! Once again, anything you can do, I can do better. Right now, both teams are showing a lot of offensive power tonight. That's Black. Laying it up, and it's in. Black doing quite a bit of drives right now. It's Christian. Going over to Varnage. Varnage trying to find a man open. And Ashbury is pretty deadly for 3, but instead he tried to lay it up, but blocked. And right now we get to see a Santa Ana player trying to save it, but Montana gets it back, and we get a huge foul there. And that was on Vandella, it looks like. And right now we just get to see Bayula coming in. Right now Pierre passes it over to Rolandi. Vincent trying to find a way to get into the paint, but he spends it to Regulus. And Regulus loses the ball, and Black has it. Rolling Out's gonna have a chance to get a quick 2. And she instead gets fouled. So she gets to go online for 2.
Yeah, game tied up here, 40 apiece. Apparently someone unplugged my mic in the first quarter. I'm going to find you, Bimmy.
It happens to the best of us. Can't get on her too much. And right now we get to see Rolling House. Beginner time. And she is able to make the first. And we get to see some substitutions once again. You see a lot of substitutions, actually.
Well, I mean, it looks like they're going to bring in their starting lineup for the most part.
And right now, Viola still getting ready to go for the second. And it's good. So right now, Santa Ana is up by 2, 42-40. It's Christian. Taking his time as he passes it over to Lowenthal. Regulus. Deep into the woods. He passes it over to Kara. Pierre going for a fadeaway, and it's good.
No one pulling away here, going tit for tat the whole way, it seems so far.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's just trying to see who's going to break, as Sebastian going for a 3. Right now, Seba is doing fairly well on his 3s these past couple of years. And Christian passing it over to Varnage. Varnage going over to Murundi. Murundi for 3, and it's good. The old catch just showing what he does best. Right now, Bielon passing it over to Lee. Lee going over to Maloney. And Seba, once again, trying to find a way to get into the paint. Passing it back up to Maloney. And Jin Sung. And a 3-second violation. I believe that was on Seba.
Yeah, it looks like the turnover will go on him.
And right now, Montana has a chance to get the lead back once again as Christian brings it up. Christian going over to Regulus. Regulus going to Vincent. Ashbury once again has the rock. And a nice screen there. He's able to try to pass it to Caro. Caro laying it up, and it's good.
Neither team playing defense tonight, it seems.
Yeah, it's been, if you're looking for a defensive slugfest, this is not the game for you, as Cusco is able to make it in.
I mean, we're almost at 50, and we have 8 minutes left to go in this half.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild. And Santa Ana with 11 assists tonight, which is pretty crazy. That's Regulus. Trying to get a nice screen. Regulus, once again, getting the screen. Going for 3. No good, but Caro jamming it down. Right now, we're going to see a little bit of offense going for Pierre Caro. It's Rolling House. Passing it over to Jin Sung. Lee getting a screen from Sebastian. And he passes back over to Sebastian, but he threw a bullet at him. The bird was not prepared for it. So,
well, I think he was prepared for it, just not 5 feet above his head.
That was a pretty wild pass there. As Cresta back into the game, going up against Adi. Cresta's playing, I believe she's playing point right now, as Albert going for 3, and it's good. And right now, we already have one team passing the 50 mark, and we're only just 3 quarters past the second quarter as Adi goes for 3, and it's good.
Make it both teams now.
Are on both teams are on an offensive onslaught. And Adi almost got a steal from Renstill. LaShawn passes over to Middendorf. Middendorf going deep into the paint, and it gets blocked by Tyrese. Not going to fool him twice. As, once again, another turnover as Caro picks it up. Brandon. Passing it to Renstill. Renstill laying it up and in. Yeah, right now the Spectrums are having a little bit of trouble with the turnovers this quarter. That's Adi trying to get it up, but it's no good. Caro with the rebound. Montana is up by 4.
I mean, considering how many turnovers they had, that margin is minuscule to what you would expect. But now, an and one opportunity off the foul. Maybe Montana finally pulling away here. We're going to see a chance for it to go up to 7.
Right now we're going to see another substitution. As we get to see Locke and St. Croix coming back on.
One shot, gentlemen.
And right now, Renstill is able to make the old school 3-point play as Montana is now up by 7.
I think she wants the new school 4-point play if possible.
And right now, Adi rattling it in for the long 2-pointer. Missy Renstill. Pass it over to Locke. Locke. Roll it up. And it's good. So right now, Santa Ana has to find a couple of stops to get back, to get the lead within 2 possessions, but they're not going to do it that way as Grandin gets the steal. And right now get to pass it to Locke, and Locke laying it up and in. And now Montana is up by 9. So right now we're starting to see Montana slowly pulling away. Zadi's trying to find something as he goes for a teardrop, and it's good. Right now, Adi being all the offense right now. He gets 15 points so far in the game.
About 1/4 at this point.
And that's St. Croix. Reagan.
St. Croix, I guess.
Getting.
Yeah, say fouled by Tyrese there.
Yeah, that's not really something you would like to see from the veteran. Granted, this is his 3rd year.
Can you call a 3rd-year player a veteran?
I mean, we've seen a couple of 3rd years win a championship, so.
Well, I mean, that's I didn't realize a championship defines veteran status. I mean, true, you don't carry your own bag anymore, but I think Malone would take offense to a 3rd-year player being called a veteran.
Well, considering one of the 3rd years was an MVP, you can't really argue too much about it. As right now we get to see Killian passing over to Vaughn. Vaughn with the fadeaway, and it's good. Get to see Mindendorf. Passing up to St. Croix. St. Croix getting a screen from Renstill. That's something you would see, but you get to see a pass over to Locke. With 5 seconds left of the shot clock. Locke getting a nice little
double clutch there.
Yeah. Get to see Adi. Pass it over to Tyrese. Go it over to Jin. Jin Sung has Adi right there. Got to be caught up by Renstill, but it doesn't matter because Adi is able to make it in pretty easily. Right now he's shooting 58%. That's very impressive. And Renstill didn't go for the 3 there, even though she was a little bit open there as Middendorf passed it over to Croix. Croix going over to Renstill. And Croix giving a nice screen, getting the switch, not being able to make it that time.
Yeah, I thought St. Croix would be able to get the offensive rebound there, but just bounced too far out of the way. No one was in her way at all there.
And just almost loses the ball. And he passes over to Duvall, and Duvall laying it in. And right now, it looks like Santa Ana's going for a very big lineup. I'm looking to see both Duvall and Tyrese on the floor as Locke laying it up and in. Not stopping them from within the paint, though, defensively.
Yeah, the Roo here, 8 points so far, all from the paint. Rookie stepping up off the bench.
And Adi cutting that defense up as he's able to drive it back in. Right now, Montana has the rock at St. Croix. Passing it up to Grandin. Grandin just found a way to get open, but it was no good. But it got tipped out by a Santa Ana player, so it's Howler's ball.
I almost thought they came off of St. Croix, but I guess they're going to call it the other way.
And we get to see Doug Dawson coming back in. St. Croix bringing it into Grandin, excuse me. LaShawn taking his time. He has not a lot of time as he goes for the long 2 and he makes it. A lot of confidence in that stroke. There's Adi getting guarded by Cresta. Be interesting as he goes for the fadeaway and it's good. Rattling it home. San Antonio's only down by 5.
Well, if Montana keeps making their shots, there's no chance to really close that gap at all here tonight.
They have to find some kind of stop here. It's Cresta going up, and it's good.
Well, with only 1 minute change left in this second quarter, there's not a lot of opportunities here to really close the gap. I mean, they can go for a 3 maybe, get a steal or stop, and get it within 1.
Yeah, right now we're going to see Adi trying to build up, and it's good. So right now, if anything, if they find a couple of stops here, they could end the half with it being down by just 5. Brandon passes it over to Dawson.
I was about to say that stat that just popped up, the fact that the Howlers have had 10 more possessions as Ren still misses the 3, really explains why they're down right now, is that they've turned the ball over and given up offensive rebounds. As Aditya for 3 is good and gets it back within 2.
Yeah, that's something that you would like to see. A nice defensive stop, being able to score right in the other side of the end. We get to see Locke passing over to Renstill. Renstill tried to find an opening, but he might have to give it up. But nope, going for the long 2, and it rolls in. So Montana is back up by 5. Mandela probably looking to take the last shot for the game. No, he passes over to Adi. Adi with the fadeaway. Not being able to make it. So at the end of the first half, it is 73-69. Holy!
Well, do you think Coach is going to say, hey guys, do you mind actually putting your paws up on defense here?
Oh, most certainly. This is definitely a very offensive-heavy game. Literally, the defense is non-existent for both sides.
Are we sure we're not watching an all-star game? Because the field goal percentage is as if I'm watching an all-star game here tonight, where the defense is playing maybe 50%.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you really don't expect seeing in the opening game. But considering that this is early in the season, you could let it slide just a little bit, considering both teams are still seen as playoff contenders. We get to see a few of the highlights.
Well, I mean, do you? So of these two, if you had to pick one, who's in the finals? Because I mean, obviously they're coming from the same conference. So if one of the two teams was going to make it, who is it?
Honestly, it's a little bit of a coin toss, considering it's just like with last year when they played against in the playoffs, they went to 7, and this could be, and they're both still pretty even. As we get to see some of the stats here. And 74% in field goal shooting for Santa Ana. That's crazy. And 65, that's no slouch either for the Howlers. But again, this is pretty. It's very high scoring and it's pretty crazy. But out of the two, it's honestly a coin flip. You can't really tell who would be after this one game is up. Right now we get to see some of the full stats here as we head into halftime. As Ren anyway with 20 points and 1 assist, 8 for 15 so far, 4 for 9 in a 3-point land. Cresta Ren still 15 points, 2 rebound and an assist, 7 for 11. Very good right now within the 3. Not being able to have a 3-point tonight. Matthias Locke, 8 points so far, perfect in the field goal percentage. Minidorf, 8 points as well, also perfect. St. Croix, 6 points, also perfect for field goals, also 3 rebounds and 3 assists and a steal. Pierre Caro, 6 points, also perfect. There's a lot of perfect scores players-wise. I don't know why everybody's very hot in the opening. As you can see, Lassana Grandin with 4 points, a rebound, and 5 assists and a steal. And we get to see Vincent with only 3 points with the only score. Regulus Lowenthal, 2 points, and Varney with 1 point, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And of course, Doug Dawson not being able to score, but has a rebound to his name. And Christian also 1 assist. Those are the stats for Montana. As we
So
get the
we're
whole,
cutting Ashbury, and then you get rid of all your misses.
Yeah. And right now we get to see Adi with 26 points, 11 for 17 so far in the game. Really good night for him so far. 26 is crazy. Videla, 12 points, 2 assists. Right now the 2-point guards doing a very good job on the paint, on the floor. Sebastian, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Very good stat line for him. And Tyrese, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. And Reggie Duvall with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. Of course, we got Dorian Black with 4 points and a steal. Inviola with 2 points and an assist as well. Of course, we have Michael Porter with 2 points, 1 rebound, and an assist. And Lee only having 2 points and an assist. And Killian with just only 4 assists. So right now it seems like a lot of the scoring is coming from Adi. It's good to see Mullany with 3 assists and 2 blocks. And those are the final stats. And right now we get to see a quick comparison so far for the first half. And of course, one of the biggest things here is, of course, the turnovers. But the percentages for both sides is absolutely stunning. It has been ridiculous so far.
Yes, it's almost like we're in a video game here. As we see the t-shirt cannons go wild on the court.
Yeah, and right now we're getting ready to go over to the second half. As you get to see Cresta bringing it up. Like we said, 26 points for Adi, which is really crazy in the first half. As LaShawn. Anyway, going for 3, and it's good. And right now, Ren just shaking his head of how easy that was. Wasn't expecting to have somebody on him. It's Dillian. It's Killian. Rolling up, passing over to Sebastian. Going over to Jin Sung. Jin Sung going for the layup, and it's good. Nice, sweet little finger roll there. Lee gets his second basket of the game. He's slow start is St. Croix. Passing it up to LaShawn. LaShawn going over to Renfield. Renfield trying to go for a 3, but it got blocked by Killian. Excellent defensive stop there as Jin Sung passing it over to Aquino. Aquino getting a nice screen as he gets a nice shot there from Killian. And right now, Santa Ana's cut the deficit down to 3 as LaShawn. Taking his time as he find a way to get an opening. Might need to find somebody open. He gets double teamed a little bit. Passing over to Middendorf, and Middendorf finding a nice, easy hole in the defense, able to lay it in. So Montana's up by 5, 78-73. And now Killian going over to Aditya. Aditya going over to Sebastian. Sebastian for 3, not able to make it that time.
St. Croix pulling down the easy defensive rebound. Actually, we're going to see Killian reaching in there for his first.
Yeah, right now Regan getting to sit out for a little while. We get Varney to come in. And Varney immediately turns it over. And right now, Santa Ana's going to take advantage of that with ease as Sebastian dunks it. And right now, Ren passes it over to Varney. Varney passes it over to Ren still. Ren still. Trying to find an opening against Killian. He's trying to lay up, but it's no good. The Gator using a lot of his length right now, defensively, making it rough for Cresta to get anything going. In the start of the second half is Adi has the ball. Some nice quick passing there. Because once again, it returns back to Adi. Adi going over to Tyrese. Back over to Aquino. Aquino has to do something. And he goes for a tough shot, and he makes it. Right now, we get to see Ren Bring it up and he passes it over to Grandin. Grandin. Taking the sweet time and he passes over to Anyway. Anyway for 3. And it is good. Right now, Ren is picking it up. In the start of the second half. Going to see Killian pass it over to Aditya. Aditya getting a screen from Tyrese. And Aditya laying it up, but it's no good. It's AJ passing it to Renstill. Renstill. Putting it back to Menendorf. Menendorf trying to lay it up, but it's no good. Tyrese. Oh, I'm sorry. Jin Sung got the board. Pass it over to Aquino. Aquino is starting to get a little bit hot now in the start of the second half.
Well, it's not just hot, just the speed itself. They're going fast breaks back and forth at this point. And again, this time going to be on Aditya. Second personal foul in the reach-in, and we'll see a bit of a breather for both teams as Renstill is going to get subbed out. And I think 3 players for Santa Ana, 4 players actually, as I see Aditya heading to the bench.
And we're going to see a little bit of a good break from both starting lineups as LaShawn passing it to Varney, and Varney laying it up and in.
See, and the defender was in the way. Need to have better eyes down low in the post like that and stop letting them throw those needle-like passes through. And Jin Sung fouled on the dunk. Contact barely affecting the shot, but still going to get called. A chance for an and one here.
Yeah, as you said, the defenders are having a really tough time trying to keep the eye on the post. Seems like everybody's getting by them very quickly, as we see there with Jin Sung with a huge jam.
One shot.
And right now, Jin Sung not able to make the extra point. As Regulus brings it up as he trying to find a way into the paint, and once again another reach-in foul. This time by Michael Porter. Well, if you've been wanting the game to slow down a little bit, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, foul them constantly.
Yeah, but Christian gets a nice screen from Barnegie. And I have to pull back a little bit. Not able to get what he wants. Christian has something with it. Makes the shot. No good. Porter has the board. Passing it over to Beulah. Beulah going over to Jinson. Jinson laid it up. And it's good.
Tie game. 83 apiece here. We might break 100 from both teams before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, it just seems that's going to be the case. It just seems like that both teams are just going to try and outscore each other. We're going to see Ashbury going for 3. He's good there. No good that time, though. That's Black. Pass it over to Rolling House. Rolling House going to Porter. Porter dunks it in.
Not known for his dunking, instead for his three-point play, but I think he'll take that.
Yeah, with nobody really on him that time, he'll take it any day of the week. That's Christian. Passing over to Barnegie. Barnegie going over to Grandin. Grandin gets fouled on by Mullany. And I believe that's the second personal for Mullany, so once again, it'll still stay as Montana's ball. Passes it over to Grandin. Grandin getting a screen from Barnegie. And LaShawn passing it back to Barnegie. Barnegie trying to lay it up, but it's no good. Another rook gets the board. Good defense there. It's Black laying it up and in. Nice chance on the fast break points. Montana was not prepared for that. Christian. Passes it back over to Barnegie. Barnegie going over to Morandi. Morandi almost loses the ball there. Passes it back to Ashbury. Ashbury. Put it up. And it's in.
It wanted to rattle around just a little while. But finally both teams, well, Santa Ana actually making more shots here and not giving the ball up as much is really helping them build this lead now.
Yeah, it's still only got 2, but almost losing the ball there, as you said so. But Biola picked it up.
Caster's curse.
And Viola having to go for the long two, and it's good. Considering that Viola is a little bit of bigger size than Christian, wasn't too difficult for her. And right now, Grandin trying to find his way. He's throwing it up, and it's good. And right now, LaShawn with 6 points. Right now, 9 assists. And right now, we get a quick timeout from the Spectrums. So far, both offenses are still trucking, though it's slowed down quite a little bit, just a tad.
I haven't noticed, honestly.
Well, I mean, you can say the fouls have helped out in that regard.
Well, I mean, are we talking time slowed down or pace or scoring rate? Because scoring rate's definitely not slowed down.
Oh, no. Of course not. Right now, we get to see Porter passing it into Mullany. Mullany going over to Jin Sung. Jin Sung getting a screen by Porter. Jin Sung getting matched by Regulus. But not able to... Oh, excuse me. It was on Grandin. And Grandin gets the board. Dawson floating up. And no good, but he gets to go on the line for 2. That was a foul on Dorian Black.
Yeah, I could tie it up here. Michael Porter
right now
twice on the list. Come on, graphics people. Again, free throws where Montana specialized last season. Need to stay consistent there if they want to stay in this game, it seems.
Yeah, right now it just seems like every point counts in this game. So no matter what, they cannot be... When one team slows down, they might as well kiss their times goodbye, as Dawson is able to make the second one. So 89 apiece for both teams. And right now, you get to see Dorian passing over to Mullany. Mullany passing it to Vandella. Vandella laying it up and in. So CS gets the lead back up to 2. Passes LaShawn. LaShawn. Oh, nice pick by Mullany. Good turnover as Jin Sung passes over to Vandella. Vandella laying it up. And now Santa Ana is up by 4.
Yeah, quick little fast break there off the turnover. Ends up with the easy bucket.
All right. As you get to see Grandin going for the fadeaway. And it's good. Right on, get it home. So cuts the deficit back down to 2. And we get to see comparisons from Grandin and Sebastian. Right now both are seeing pretty evenly scoring-wise. Right now Porter getting locked up. Hands it over to Vandella. Vandella for 3. And it's good. So right now, Santa Ana 96, Montana 91. So 3 minutes left in the third quarter. We might see both teams by, well, at least Santa Ana at 100. And we get to see an illegal screen by Varnaghi. That is not something you want to see there.
No, another turnover for Montana. Loses them a possession.
And then right now we get to see Reggie Duvall, it looks like, coming in. This is Jin Sung. Passing it over to a player who had his paws out of bounds. That's not something you want to see. Another unforced turnover by Santa Ana. This could be an opportunity for Montana to get it within 1 possession.
Well, I mean, maybe he just felt bad. That was a bad. He thought it was a bad call, so threw it out of bounds. A little sportsmanship, maybe.
That's an interesting way to show sportsmanship. And Dawson almost loses the ball, laying it up, no good. But St. Croix with the board, and he makes it in.
Well, she makes it in. Excuse me. Unless that is the other polar bear.
We don't speak of that polar bear. That's the one.
Are you the other polar bear?
No, stop. Porter going for 3, and it's good.
You're telling me you're not Bobby, the famous one.
Anyway, back to the important game that we are play-by-playing here. And right now we get to see Grandin trying to find if we get to the bank. It's Grandin going for a fadeaway, and it's good.
I mean, I can just close my eyes, and like in 10 minutes, the score will be up at some high, ungodly level. So, unless everyone just stops playing now.
Well, it seems to me that the train keeps on trucking as Vandella is able to break the century mark before the third quarter. It's 102.95.
I'd like to see both teams play at this pace through the whole season. I don't think they're going to be able to do that. They're going to burn themselves out tonight.
Yeah, they're going to get tired out by the fourth game if they play at this type of level scoring wise. As Duvall passing it to Jin Sung. Jin Sung getting a nice screen from Duvall. He gets a way to take advantage of that, and Santa Ana is now up by 7. So right now, the two Bears, very even scoring-wise. You can see a missed shot there by Montana. And now we get to see Jin Sung passing it to Black. Black for 3, and it's good. So now Santa Ana's pulling away a little bit as they're up 107-97.
Yeah, Montana needs a 3 here for pride of breaking the century mark and almost loses the ball there.
Yeah, right now, passing over to Grandin. Grandin to Ashbury. Ashbury's just the guy to do it. He gets the space, and it's good.
Yeah, but he left 5 seconds on the clock. Melquist could get down to the three-point line, and she will actually step inside of it, but no good on the buzzer beater.
Yeah. So right now, Santa Ana is up by 7. 107-100. Been a pretty offensive-heavy.
That's not the final score. We have another quarter to play.
Yeah, we have a whole nother quarter to play. This is something that you didn't really expect in the opening game of the season. Just an offensive frenzy from both teams.
Can we just call this a hockey game and in the game now before the box scores start breaking?
I mean, if this was a hockey game, that'd be pretty crazy.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have people laying down on the ice taking a nap, but...
Well, I mean, you can already hear an earful coach on the Santa Ana squad saying that we need to keep the defense up. As Mandela trying to lay it up. No good there as Dawson gets the board. Dawson passes it over to Grandin.
The coach considers what he's seen defense tonight. I think he needs to have a reality check.
Yeah, I think he's just screaming that they need more defense because this is unacceptable as we can see Ren for 3. Taking the deficit down to 4. Sure, right now, Vandella pulling it up, and it's good. So right now, Montana is still down by 2 possessions, so a couple of threes can tie this thing right back up. So Santa Ana has to be careful as Ren goes for 3, not being able to make it, but St. Croix with the board, laying it up and in.
See, and that's what they need. The offensive rebounds, the differential is in their favor. Second chance buckets have been big for Montana here tonight.
And right now, we're going to see a nice block there. The rookie showing some light.
Well, I mean, she has what, like a 1.5 foot on Addie?
Yeah, but Addie is no slouch, even with the size difference. So getting a big block from such a stud like that, that'll definitely get you hyped. And we get to see some quick hands there. I believe that was Minderdorf once more. But it's still Santa Ana's ball with 10 seconds left in the shot clock.
That's 2 different times now in this position they've almost lost the ball.
All right, now, Addie needs to do something. Going for the fadeaway, and it's good. Quick, nice 12-footer. As Addie, 28 points right now in this game. Right now it's Grandin. Going over. No good, though. Tyrese with the board. They passing over to Aquino. Aquino going to Sebastian. Sebastian laying it up and in.
And the foul for an and one opportunity here. A chance to get up to 9-point difference.
Yeah, right now Santa Ana is keeping the lead apart. Montana has to do something to stop them on defense. As Krista Renstill comes back in to the game.
Well, it might just be what they're planning to do on offense. If they're bringing Krista back in, they might be looking for her to start making some of those threes that she's known for.
Yeah, right now Santa Ana back up by 9. We still got 10 minutes left into the game. Now we're going to see a pass to Mindendorf. Mindendorf going over to Grandin. Grandin. Trying to get something. Not able to get a good screen. It's passing to Renu anyway, but no good on the 3. So Killian gets the ball back. Right now, Killian trying to get a screen from Sebastian, but is not able to find it. Loses the ball, though.
He does lose as he steps out of bounds.
Howler's ball. Woo!
Trying to crowd the ball there, just stepped on the line.
And then get another reach in from Adi.
I think we're one foul away from the bonus kicking in. We're very close, I think, for Santa Ana.
Yeah, and it's really early in the quarter for that to happen. That's not something you want to see. And right now, LaShawn bringing it back into the woods as Inoue goes along the 3-point line, getting a screen. And Inoue passing all the way to Mindendorf. Mindendorf for 3! No good. As he gets the rebound for St. Croix, and St. Croix lays it up and gets fouled by Angun. It's not really surprising that Angun had to take the foul.
Yeah,
considering the height differential.
He might as well just hugged her at that point and just kept her from shooting, period, because he almost gave up an and 1. But that's his 4th foul, so he has 2 more to give here in the last 9 minutes. Needs to be careful if he keeps getting matched up against St. Croix, because St. Croix could easily rack those up on him quickly.
Yeah. St. Croix able to make the first. And right now, St. Croix has been very impressive tonight, having a couple of big plays under her belt already in her first game in the regular season in the FBA. And she's able to make the second. So right now, Montana is still down by 7, 114-107. Let's get a Ciati trying to make some moves on Ren. Pass it over to Tyrese. Tyrese going over to Sebastian. Sebastian for 3, and it rattles home. So we're back to a double-digit lead, 117-107. We're going to see a timeout by the Howlers. So
yeah,
right now,
the Howlers need to figure out what's. I mean, honestly, the difference in the first half and the second half has been Santa Ana clamping down on the turnovers and keeping that differential low, because Montana is shooting slightly below them in like the 60% range.
Yeah, it's crazy that the lowest range is 60%, as Ren is able to make the quick 2, as the deficit's down to 8. But yeah, this is a very offensive-heavy game. Both teams are played very well offensively. Defensively, though, there are some questions in the early going. As right now, we get to see Killian trying to make a move. Pass it over to Sebastian. Sebastian for 3. Not able to make it, but Tyrese gets the rebound, and he cleans it up. Brings the deficit back up to 10.
I'm still not convinced they aren't playing high school players on defense right now. Yeah, and Ren still passing over to Inoue.
Inoue getting double teamed this time.
Well,
Inoue's having a night, and Brandon laying it in, finding the open man.
Well, that's what's going to happen when you're putting up 30 points. They're going to start double teaming you, and Brandon heads up play to actually get free to get the bucket, and Addy answering back with a 2 of his own.
Yeah, right now it just seems like the battle between the Sibin and the dog. And right now, Inoue was able to get by Adi, and Tyrese had no choice but to foul him. So he'll go to the line for 2. Of course, when it comes to the size difference, Ren certainly does have the advantage over Adi, so count that with the speed. It's going to be pretty difficult to contain him like that.
Yeah, and I think Adi's a bit faster, even though, like I say, it comes down to who has the first step and how far behind are you in reacting to their move. For both of them, in fact.
And right now, Ren has made his first, getting ready to make his second.
You just jinxed him.
Did I? Did I really?
When he misses his next one, I'll say yes.
121 to 113, Santa Ana, and I believe Killian once again turning it over. It's passing it right straight to St. Croix. As Ren going for the fadeaway, not be able to make it though.
That was just silly, shooting through a double team like that. A Seba for 3 is good.
Yeah, but considering that he has the hottest hand right now, you think his confidence is skyrocketing at the moment. Gets the screen for St. Croix. Ren bringing it back up though. Mike on for another screen. He does. As he pulls it up, and it's in. So right now, Ren 35. Right now, being the offensive juggernaut for Montana at the moment, is Adi doing the same thing. It looks like as he rattles it home. So right now, both teams back to being an offensive juggernauts, but for Montana, they have to find some stops, and an illegal screen from St. Croix is not going to help you in that.
Have to plant your feet there, young bear, or else they're going to call it on you every time.
Zadi passes over to Tyrese. Tyrese going to Aquino. Sebastian passes over to Bond. Angun trying to find a way to get into the paint using his own strength, fitting it up, but it's not good as Ren picks it right back up. Brandon showing a little bit of fatigue as he passes over to Inoue. Inoue passing it right to a Santa Ana defender as Jin Sung has his paws on it. Angun wide open. Cannot leave him open like that.
Well, I mean, the fast break, you have to just pick your poison. Are you going to let Inoue just drive to the basket for free, or let Addy at least take a somewhat lower percentage shot from the arc?
And right now, St. Croix passing over to Inoue. Inoue trying to answer back. Not able to do it, but it's still going to be Howler's ball as it got off of the wing of Sebastian.
Yeah, almost had an offensive rebound going there, but he stuck his paw in and tipped it out. And Mendorf, 3 off the inbound is no good.
Yeah, and right now Sebastian with the board. Sebastian passing over to Adi. Adi getting a screen for Tyrese. Adi putting it up. No good there. And right now LaShawn trying to find a way to pass it up, but he loses the ball to Adi. Quick pause there from the Civet. He passes as the Gator trying to lay it up, and it's in. So right now, Santa Ana is pulling away late in the fourth quarter. This could be their game if the Howlers are not careful. Ren's still going for 3, and it's good. So right now, they are down by 13. They have to get a stop here if they want to have a chance. I think they're going over to Aquino. Killian. Going up, and it's good through 2 defenders. And right now, Ren loses the ball once again. Endendorf fighting for it. Passing it over to St. Croix. St. Croix loses the ball, and it's still getting handed right to Adi. Right now, Santa Ana's picking up defensively late in this game. And he passes over to Adi. Adi doing it up, and it's in and out. AJ putting it up, and it's good. Montana is back down by 13.
Did Jin, like, even jump there?
I don't even know. I think he just
defense is not working right now.
Well, right now, Montana has a chance to cut the deficit even more. And he passes over to Minnendorf. Minnendorf laying it up. No good. But
they fought there. Who are they going to call it on? They do call it on Jin, so Howlers will keep the ball.
Right now, the Bears are just mauling each other to try and get that ball.
So, I don't like this here. Montana calling a timeout. They only have one left now with 3 minutes to go. I guess if they can start a run here, down 13, they need to get a three-point play off this inbound. So, and so far the player of the game has been Aditya. I can't argue with that. Should this game come to an end in Santa Ana's favor, I find it hard to believe they would hand it to any other player on the court.
Yeah, he's been very big offensively. As Renstill passes it to Grandin. Grandin trying to lay it up, and it's good. So right now, Montana is only down by 11 with 3 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, and this might be why. Sorry, I was saying this might be why they called the timeouts for the full court press to really start taking effect.
Yeah, and right now, we're gonna see St. Croix with a nice steal there, and Renstill almost losing it. Grandin getting the rock, pass it over to St. Croix. St. Croix going over to Renstill. Renstill try to get into the paint, and huge foul now.
She just threw the ball in Aquino's face. I don't think it was intentional, but poor Aquino. I need to get that nose checked out, I think.
Yeah, well, I mean, Renstill was almost body slammed by Aquino, so, to each their own.
I'm
the
sorry.
players are going to have to be a little bit careful here.
No, hopefully broken snout injuries coming in after the game.
Well, it seems both players seem to be fine. Little shaken up, but still fine. Krista did miss the first. But she's able to make the second. So now Montana's only down by 10. This is very salvageable. They just have to make a stop. And they do it here. They have to take advantage, though. Renstill. Well, slowing it down a little bit. Renstill. Just putting it up, and it's in. So Montana has now put it within single digits. We still have a game, ladies and gentlemen. That's Killian. Bringing it up, passing over to Audie. Audie, fade away. Not able to make it. As Minnendorf has the rock, passing over to Inouye. Inouye, laying up, and he gets fouled by Killian. And that'll be his third personal. And it puts Montana in the bonus. A good time to have it, too.
I mean, they have finally pulled it back within 8 here. 2 buckets, 2 free throws here gives them hope. Down by 2 possessions at that point with only 6 points separating the two teams. He makes the first.
Yeah, and you have the best player to put you in that position in Ren. He's getting ready to set up for his second.
Give it to Ren for the win here tonight.
And it's good. So right now, Santa Ana's lead is only at 6. But if they can find a way to score here, that'll make things a lot difficult. And as soon as I say it, that could be the dagger there in Montana's hopes. Unless they can make a shot here. And Ren is the guy to do it. We get a nice... And right now, Ren is double team. Pass it to St. Croix. St. Croix with a huge slammer.
Well, I mean, when you're unguarded, you could do whatever you want. St. Croix literally almost bending the hoop off the rim there. The rim off
right
the hoop.
Now, Ren has to do something to stop Audie. Audie has been pretty hot, and he rattles it. That might be the game there. So even after that huge effort, this could be in the loss column for Montana.
Especially after a steal there.
Yeah, but right now, Audi passing it over to Tyrese. Tyrese passing it to Aquino.
Yeah, evening Montana.
And Seba definitely putting that in the final nail in the coffin as we get into the final 30 seconds of the game.
Well, I was going to say the fact that it's fouled by Tyrese. I was going to say the fact that Montana wasn't coming out and fouling here to send him to the free throw line kind of told me that they were giving up on the game at this point.
Yeah, but it was a valiant effort by Montana.
I mean, 99% of the teams you'll play won't, or 99% of the games you'll play will not result in the opponent scoring this many points. When you score 130, it is not the expectation that you lost here. It's that you won.
Yeah, it's definitely not something that you would expect to see in the first game, but it is what it is. It happens to the best of teams, but it's been pretty wild. It was literally a all-star-like game.
Very much so. Even though they're doing a full court press, I don't know if I'd call that defense. I still have yet to see defense tonight.
Oh!
Duvall might get talking to by his coaching staff there. I mean, I know he doesn't play a lot, but that is disrespectful to slam it down like that with this kind of lead.
Yeah, Cresta's not able to make that, and I believe that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, he could have just dribbled out the clock. I'm going to keep pointing that out.
Yeah, he could have, but that is the end of the game. Santa Ana coming out with the W inside the Treasure State Arena, 142 to 131. And I think we still see Reggie Duvall still trying to celebrate as if he's done a lot in the game.
I mean, he made that dunk. Clearly, that's the most important play of the game. It's gonna be the play that opponents are gonna be talking about when they slam it down in his face and foul him. But
yeah, he'll get his maybe the next time. But that has been a pretty fun game. If you are a fan of 3-pointers and a whole lot of offense, there you go.
Yeah, if you're a fan of a couple blocks, I saw I think 5 blocks tonight, and that was, or actually St. Croix had 4 blocks. I can already tell. Quick run through: 37 points for Niue, shooting great from the field. Krista 9 for 16 from the floor, 23 points. Grandin really being the point guard almost with 9 assists and 14 points. St. Croix in her rookie first game appearance, a little short of dub, but with 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Middendorf, 12 points, first game as a Howler, 5 for 9 from the field. Locke, the rookie, 8, finished perfect from the field. Caro, same, 3 for 3. Didn't really see the floor much in the second half. Ashbury, 5 points, 2 for 6. Dawson, 1 for 4, 2 points. Varneke, 6 rebounds, 3 points. Morundi, 3 points. Well, that one 3-pointer. Lowenthal, same. Not a lot of points coming out from him, but also not a lot of minutes. And the player of the game, with almost 40 points there, shooting above 50% with 2 steals, only 1 assist though. Malkovich, a backup point guard, 24 points with 2 assists. Sebastian, 23 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Aquino, 10 points, 6 assists, 1 rebound, 1 block. Jin Sun Lee, 10 points, 7 assists, 2 rebounds. Tyrese Vaughn, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block, and 10 points. Black, 9 points. Porter, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 for 3 from the floor, shooting perfect. Reggie Duvall with that late-minute dunk, 3 for 3, 6 points. Rollinghouse, 4 points. Maloney, 0 points, but 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Katrina, the rookie, 7 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Whew. Had
wow,
to scroll through there fast
quick.
there. Sorry to go. But really looking at the final breakdown, the 3-point margin absolutely in Santa Ana's favor, only missing 3 times from beyond the arc, finishing with 73% overall. That is not going to be an every night game though for them.
Yeah, I don't think so. This is probably going to be
about half of that's game. The average.
Hey, it's something that happens.
Yeah. It happens when I'm at home playing with my kid in FBA 2K. So, game is drawn to a close. First game of the 2018-2019 season. We learned a lot. Apparently, defense is out for this year in terms of fashion.
uh, yep, it just seems like defense was just non-existent for both teams. But it was still a fun game to watch from the for most of the way through.
Well, I mean, if
Uh,
the fans were, if you per point, fans definitely got the value out of their tickets here tonight.
yeah, but who would have thought? I think that might have been like the biggest amount of points scored in Howlereen, maybe. I
Definitely
wouldn't be
Halloween.
surprised.
That is the highest scoring ever. I think highest scoring total wise would most certainly be from a All-Star game, but
Yeah.
so
Uh,
that was the first game of the year. 79 more games to go for each of these teams.
whew. It's gonna be fun.
That it
Can
will
already
be.
tell.
Thanks for having me over, Marcus.
Not a problem. It's been fun. I have been Marcus Baylor, and to my right has been Ryan Eastman, and we are signing off. See you in a couple of weeks.
Night.